What's up, everyone? Welcome to SkinClub YouTube channel. My name is Peacemaker, and today I'm gonna walk you through IEM Dallas 2025. Everything you need to know about this amazing event, the last big event prior to the major, with 16 teams in Dallas, Texas, US, 1 million prize pool from May 19th until May 25th, 2025. And what else? What else you guys need to know, right? There's a lot of information. There's a lot of really good teams participating in this one. Pretty sad about not having Spirit, but here is the team list, actually. Vitality, Mouse, Falcons. Pretty good to have Falcons back right after PGL Astana. Aurora is also here. The Mongols, G2, hopefully with Hunter, right? No visa issues. Then we have Simple with FaZe Clan. That's going to be a banger, 100%. Team Liquid, Game Elysian with Acor instead of Land, right? Their Opper, who apparently had a visa issue as well. 3D Max, Heroic, who has been playing really well and consistent online. Furia with Yekindar and Molodoi, who did amazing in Astana as well. Legacy is back again. This is one of the best Brazilian teams right now. Like, don't sleep on Legacy because they can really do some damage. Lean Vision, NRG, and BC Game. BC Game from European Close Qualifier, NRG from the North America qualifier, and Lean Vision from the Asia qualifier. All right. Prize pool, you can see it here, $125,000 plus the club share, which is $160,000. Pretty good prize pool for the first place. Every prizes for all the way. Every single team gets their share. Then we have the format, right, which is very, very important. Double elimination BO3, group winners advance to the playoff semifinals. The second and third place teams go to the playoffs, quarterfinals, and the others are eliminated, obviously. Playoffs, single elimination BO3, grand final BO5. Can't get any better. I mean, it could get better if it was Swiss BO3, just like PGL, honestly. That's my favorite, my personal favorite format right now. But either way, I enjoy this format as well. As long as we have BO5 and we have BO3s all the way, I mean, fuck BO1s, right? Like, that shit stinks in CS2. So as long as we have BO3s all the way, I'm happy with that. Well, besides this, we have the matchups, right? We can talk real shortly about the matchups. We have Vitality against Legacy. In my opinion, we should have Vitality, right? Going through this one. BO3, I really don't see Legacy upsetting Vitality. Not for now. We have 3D Max against Game Elysian. Honestly, what Game Elysian showed me in Astana doesn't really give me any hope that it can actually beat 3D Max. 3D Max has been really good lately. Had some decent results. So I'm just going to go ahead and side with 3D Max in this one. We would have Vitality against 3D Max. And then, honestly, Vitality just wins it again and make it to the upper final. Then we have the Mongols against Furia. Honestly, this matchup happened quite a lot of times already. It happened in Astana just recently. And honestly, I think that Furia is going to put up an even better fight. But I still believe that the Mongols has what it takes to beat them. So the Mongols goes through G2 Lean Vision. Honestly, if G2 with their whole lineup, then I'm just going to say that, yeah, G2 might make it. But then we would have the Mongols against G2 in the semifinals. And I believe that, the Mongols should have it. And then we would have a final between Vitality and the Mongols. And Vitality would just beat them and win the group. So there you go. That's my prediction for the first Group A. And then obviously we have the lower bracket and all that, but I'm not going to go through that right now. So we have Group B, which is going to be Mouse and BC Game opening matchup. Honestly, first real big game for BC Game on LAN. Mouse goes through this one. Liquid FaZe, the absolute banger, in my opinion, the best match, the best opening match of this tournament. A lot of storylines in this one, right? Twist, Elige, FaZe Clan, with Simple. Simple was from Liquid back in the day, so a lot of stories in this one. Very spicy matchup, and honestly, I think that FaZe is going to surprise in this one. I'm just going to go ahead and say that FaZe beats Liquid, and then we would have Mouse against Liquid, and honestly, no, Mouse against FaZe Clan, right? And that's another banger right there. Like, honestly, this one is a 50-50. On LAN, depending on how Simple he is, if he's on fire, if FaZe Clan is motivated, they can definitely beat Mouse. Honestly, they can definitely do it. So 50-50 game. Obviously, Mouse as the favorites. We would have Aurora against Heroic. Aurora, who has looked pretty shaky lately against a Heroic that has been pretty stable and looking very promising in their online matches. So I'm just going to say that Heroic could at least, at the very, very least, beat them in one map. Who knows? Maybe actually even win the series. But Aurora, in theory, should have it. In theory. But this is another 50-50 game. Really hard to predict. Then we have Falcons and RG. Honestly, I don't think NRG has what it takes to beat Falcons with Monads in all of them. So Falcons goes through. And we would possibly have another Falcons winning. We would possibly have Falcons winning the whole group, right? I mean, it's a lot harder in my opinion. Like if we have Falcons against Mouse, that's very in the open. You know, it is a 60-40, like 60% that Falcons beats Mouse, 60-40 game or whatever. Like some would even say it's 50-50, but anyway, I still think the Mouse wins the entire group. And I would say the Mouse probably goes second and maybe FaZe Clan goes third, something like that. We'll see. And then, yeah, I mean, we talked about the matches. I even gave you guys a few predictions. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please, that's going to help us and the SkinClub a lot. And also leave it in the comments if you have anything to say about these matches. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you think that, or what do you guys actually think about FaZe Clan with Simple? I would love to know. Please leave it in the comments. And then now we're just going to do a very short tier list as usual. There you go. You have it. And this one is not very different from all the ones that I usually do on my videos. And we have the champions, playoff contenders, couldn't make it to the playoffs, upset potential, and then we have Disney Tour. Who do we actually believe anyone from this list is actually going to Disneyland? And that's about it. Yes, there are. And I'm just going to go ahead and start by saying that my first team that is going to Disneyland 100%, it don't even have upset potential right now, has to be Linvision. Yeah, I mean, they do have firepower, but I just don't imagine them being able of beating. And when I say upset potential, that doesn't mean beating Gamer Legion. That means beating one of the best teams in the world. The ones like all the way up to Aurora or even Mouse, for example. Like, I really don't believe that they have what it takes to beat these teams, okay? Just make it clear before they beat like the likes of VP or Furia or whatever, and people criticize me. I'm just going to ahead and put Legacy in this one as well. Like, even though I hate doing it, but I don't think they have upside potential to beat these caliber of teams right now, NRG as well. But actually, I mean, I have to be honest, right? Even though they're playing at home, I don't think they have what it takes to beat these teams. So I'm just going to put them on Disney Tour, even though they're playing at home. So watch out. Be careful with that one. Who else? Is there anybody else? I think, you know, I hate doing it, but it depends. If Acor pulls a miracle and carries Gamer Legion, they do have upside potential. But if they play like they did in Astana, yikes, they have to be here. Like, they looked really, really bad. Like, probably one of the worst performances I've seen from Gamer Legion in a very long time. Or recently, at least, like, that's for sure their worst tournament in quite some time. So Gamer Legion has to be here for now until Acor maybe proves us, or they prove us, even though they had no time to practice. That's really hard, honestly. But anyway, moving forward, we have upset potential. For now, I'm just going to leave Disney Tour like this. Upset potential. 3D Max for sure. Furia for sure. I don't think they could make it to the playoffs. Or do I? Let's wait until with this one. Let's wait with this one. Heroic 100% can upset these teams for sure. VP as well, but I don't actually think they can make it to the playoffs. Neither does Heroic and 3D Max. Not with these teams, honestly. So just gonna put them upside potential for now. And then Furia with the recent roster. If I'm putting 3D Max and Heroic in this one, I think I do feel like I have to be reasonable here, and I cannot just take one tournament, PGL Astana, and just put them on that they could actually make it to the playoffs. Even though, honestly, I actually believe that maybe 3D Max has a higher chance of making it to the playoffs than Furia. You know, that's why. So I'm just gonna put them on upside potential for now. And then who could actually make it to the playoffs? Definitely Team Liquid. Right now, I have to say that Aurora, like, I don't think Aurora looks good at all. And FaZe Clan as well, they have to be on this list because you never know what kind of FaZe is showing up. So FaZe Clan, join me on could make it to the playoffs. And I think between these 5 teams, we have to be reasonable here and just say that they should be at the very minimum playoffs contenders. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that the Mongols, they are in the very bottom of this tier because they always make it to the playoffs, but they suck. Like, I don't know what happens with them, but they struggle. They crumble under the pressure. And I really hope that they fix their shit and they're actually able to perform better in this event. But for now, the Mongols join me on the playoffs contenders. G2 with Hunter, I don't think they have what it takes to be the champions, but they always in the playoffs, and they have the firepower. They could definitely make it. That's gonna leave us with Vitality, Mouse, and Falcons. Wow, what a surprise, right? Yeah, but it is what it is, right? These teams are really, really like they should be a level above all the rest of them, these other teams right now, right? Maybe besides FaZe Clan, because you know it's FaZe Clan at the end of the day, proud in their favor, simple. I really think they will make it to the playoffs. And if they do, then that's a whole another story, right? Because then we're talking Kerrigan on stage, proud in their favor, simple, and all of that. So let's wait until that happens, that actually happens, before we get too emotional here. So, who actually wins this thing? I have to put Mouse as my absolute favorite playoff contender, because they could actually make it to the grand final. Between these teams, 100%. And then, who do I think wins this tournament, right? Wrap up the video. I have to say that Vitality, they might be a little bit burned out. You know, a lot of traveling, a lot of stressful period, because the major is coming up. They have to live up to their expectations. Everybody's watching them. Everybody's into shredding. Everybody's copying Vitality right now. And even Apex gave an interview talking about that they might be feeling a little burned out. Now they have to travel to the US to compete. In the meantime, there's Falcons with the full fresh energy in the team. Monazi joining. I'm pretty sure Falcons is hungry to prove themselves, and we would possibly have another grand final between these two. And if that actually happens, I'm just gonna ahead and say that before the major, Falcons finally beats Vitality in another BO5 final, and they do it. They will, this time around, they had some time to practice. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that Vitality is my favorite one in the playoff contender tier. Falcons somehow pulls a miracle. That's the job done. Okay? Maybe we'll see Monazi lifting a trophy in Dallas. I mean, he's been there last year, right? With the U2K, right? They actually lifted the trophy in Dallas, didn't they? Oh, that's actually true. Crazy. Yeah, we'll see. But for now, leave it in the comments. Do you actually believe Falcons is going to make it? Do you think we'll see Monazi lifting the trophy in Dallas once again? Leave it in the comments. Cheers. Thanks for watching.